know you can't see it on the watch, I'm shaking, but I am testing the accuracy of the Stinger Gateway. I'm using the Apple Watch to determine the distance, and then when we get back over here, we're going to look at it and see how much liquid is removed from the tank. We're spraying at 1 gallon per 1,000 square feet, and I just want to test the accuracy and see just how accurate it really is. Look at that coverage, holy cow. Talk about serious coverage, look at that, wow. All right, here's the moment of truth, right here. Oh my goodness, I've never seen anything like this before. That is crazy. It is absolutely dead spot on. Look at my finger. Can you see the shadow of my finger right here? Let's see. Let me see if I can get in a better position. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. But my finger is dead nuts on that 10 right there. That's where the water is at. So I changed speeds in the 10,000 square foot pass. You know, I just rode up and down the road, measured it out, 10,000 square feet, gallon per 1,000. So filled it up to 20, and now it's down to 10. So that tells me I covered my 10,000 square feet. So that's a gallon per 1,000. That thing is like stupid accurate, stupid accurate. Even though I changed my speed, slowed down, sped up, whatever, it's still stupid accurate. That's crazy. I can't get over that. So I'm out here the next day further testing the accuracy. What I'm going to do today is I've got my measuring wheel with me, just to, you know, confirm the length that we need. Not that I don't trust the GPS, I mean, but you never know. Something could have been wrong with the GPS, I don't know. So we're gonna do it old school way right here. We've got 20 gallons of water in the tank. We're gonna spray it a gallon per 1,000, and we're gonna spray 10,000 square feet. So when we get done spraying, we should have 10 gallons precisely left over. We know that the nozzle width sprays 9 foot wide, so 10,000 square feet divided by 9 is 1,101 feet. So I'm going to start at my mailbox, and I'm going to go that way, and let's see, let's divide that by 2. Divided by 2, 555 feet. I'm going to start at my mailbox. I'm going to go 555 feet that way and measure with my wheel, and then turn around and come back. That'll give us our total length, and length times width is square footage. So when I start here, I'm going to spray the entire way 555 feet. What did I say? Make sure we get that right. 555. I'm going to spray the entire 555. I'll stop spraying at 555 feet, turn around. As soon as I hit the 555 mark again, I'll start spraying again and spray all. Woo! Pollen. Woo, good gracious. Where was that? I'm gonna spray at 10,000 square feet. Let's just do it. I know what I'm doing, let's do it. Good gracious alive, man. What do you think about that right there? I'm gonna go ahead and deep tine aerate back there in the bluegrass, and then we will actually make an application, Humic 12, Aerate, and RGS, and go all in one tank and go down on the bluegrass, and then we'll kind of test it real life and see how accurate it is then. Now the deep tine aerator, I've hooked up with Steck equipment. There's a coupon code in the description below, and you can get a percentage off anything they have. But I do have a dedicated video coming specifically on that here in the next little bit. I don't know if it'll be before or after this video, but I will go over that piece of equipment in detail. Let's see if you can see my finger. See my finger right here? See it right there? That's where the water level is at. That is crazy. I mean, right on the 10-gallon mark. So, it's about as accurate as it gets. I don't see it being any more accurate than that. So let's turn the agitation on right here. Get that spinning. And you can watch this go in. This is the first time this sprayer's had any type of a product in it. That's pretty strong agitation for a ride-on spreader. I'm going down with Humic 12, Aerate, and RGS. There'll be a link in the description below for these. I am going at a slightly higher rate than the highest rate on the label. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm simply putting this pump to the test and putting this system to the test to see how well it works. The Humic 12, Aerate, and RGS, they're about the thickest products I use. So if I put all three of them in the tank at one time, that should see what this pump will do. So that was the Humic and Aerate, and here's the RGS. Put that in there. And here's a liquid Acelyprin. That we'll put in here as well, because I am going to water all this in immediately right after I make the application. Still moving it pretty good. Now, one thing I am going to do is I'm going to let the machine sit here, and I'm going to try and let this settle out and, you know, go down to the bottom of the tank, follow that solution as best it can while I deep tine aerate back there in the back, and then we'll just come over here and fire the thing up, immediately go out there and, you know, see how it does. All right, so I've been out there about an hour or so, and here we go. We're gonna fire it up. No problem whatsoever. Still agitating just fine. All right, so I got the Humic 12 Aerate, RGS, and Acelyprin in here. You can see here's 14 gallon. I've got it right about in between the 15 and 14. So we're gonna call that 14 and a half. And the reason I'm putting 14 and a half instead of 14, because this is 14,000 square feet, is I don't want the pump sucking air when it gets right down to that last little tiny bit in the tank. So we're gonna spray it, see how good I am at keeping my spread width or keeping my spray width 9 foot apart. And then when we get done, we'll look in there and see how much material is left in the tank. But we're starting with right about 14 and a half gallon. So this first little bit, whew, I sprayed that with Roundup today. First little bit I spray out is just a little bit of water I need to get out of the system so I get my, my product out here to the spray tips. Whoa, that was quick. Good thing about spraying a really dark mixture like this is I can see the pattern really, really well. Go around the curve right here, slow down just a little bit. one thing I am missing on this unit is a trim nozzle, and David said that's coming. He's going to get one coming to me that will produce the same gallon per 1,000 as the 2 broadcast tips. So typically I would edge this out with the trim nozzle, but since I don't have that yet, I'm just going around the edge and now making my passes back and forth. While I'm right here, we'll go ahead and hang a left and edge this out. If I can get one more pass in, it'll come out just perfect. I got one little spot right. Down, boy, down. All right, so come right over here and let's see what we have left in the tank. Wow. Wow, that's pretty incredible. I'd say that's probably that half gallon in the bottom there. We'll shake it up a little bit. Let's turn the agitation on and let's see. Let's turn the agitation on. Yeah, you can see that's not much material in there. That's pretty stinking cool, if you ask me. Wow. So, I mean, I reckon I got to say this out loud. I mean, I've been on a lot of ride-on spreader sprayers. I basically owned all the brands and multiple units of each brand. And I'd have to say this is by far the most accurate and precise sprayer that I've been on. That's pretty dang accurate. I mean, and I don't know if you can get any closer than that, but that's pretty impressive. That's pretty dang impressive. You know, the spreading capability is supposed to be the same accuracy or the same level of accuracy. And David's going to come back and time it to when I need to apply a granular to the yard this summer, and we will get that dialed in, and we'll kind of do the same process with the granular as we did with the liquid, but I think the liquid's cut and dried. We GPSed 10,000 square feet. We used a roller and rolled the length out times width, 10,000 square feet. Did it twice with water. We went from 20 gallons down to 10 gallons. So there's your 10 is a gallon per 1,000. There's your 10,000 square feet. And then I just mixed 14 and a half of finished solution. And we've got about a half a gallon roughly in the tank. And I just did a video just earlier today measuring the square footage out here, and it's 14,000 square feet. So it is what it is. Appreciate you watching. Check you later.